Yeah, Lord Lycanthrope, you don't know how right you are. Like, I know a lot of people today were focusing on the tee hee Donald Trump was selling Tesla cars on the lawn of the White House. But like I need to point out one specific thing that really stood out to me in the news coverage today, and it's this 30-second long clip.
By the way, when you take away that artificial line that looks like it was done with a ruler,
Yeah.
and that's what it was. Some guy sat there years ago and they said, rah. Well, when you take away that and you look at that beautiful formation of Canada and the United States, there is no place anywhere in the world that looks like that. It's
Plus Greenland, of course. Plus Greenland.
And then if you add Greenland, that's even.
I mean,
that's pretty
it's
good.
going to look beautiful.
Okay?
What are you going to tell
By the way,
This is some literally like Hitler 1933 talking about Poland shit. He's literally talking about like Poland and Denmark. Right? Like he and Elon are chuckling about invading and taking over Canada. It is exactly a mirror image of like 1933 Hitler chortling about taking Poland and taking Denmark. They're talking about oh man, that border right there. It's imaginary. Imagine taking it away and suddenly it's all ours. We need the living space. Like it's I don't even have like in-depth commentary on this particular topic. Like this is just evil, you know? And they aren't letting go of this. I don't know exactly what their angle is, but they keep Donald Trump keeps levying these tariffs and saying like, "Oh, we'll take away the tariffs once you agree to be annexed as our 51st state." Teehee. Like, dude's serious about this shit. Yeah, it's clearly not a joke. But like to him, he certainly thinks it is. At least Elon certainly thinks it is. Um God, so horrible. Also, okay. Look, I know that this is also another big part of what happened today. Just take a look at this.
Some say they should be labeled domestic terrorists.
I will do that. I'll do it. I'm going to stop them. We catch anybody doing it because they're harming a great American company. I've stuck up for the NFL. I've stuck up for a lot of American companies and other companies, but American companies. I did a very big favor for the NFL. I do favors for all of them. When you heard an American company, especially a company like this, supplies so many jobs that others are unable to do, when you do that, those people are going to go through a big problem when we catch them. And we have you got a lot of cameras up. We already know who some of them are. We're going to catch them. And they're bad guys. They're the same guys that screw around with our schools and universities, the same garbage. And no, we're going to catch them. And let me tell you, you do it to Tesla and you do it to any company, we're going to catch you and you're going to go through hell.
Yeah, so anyone who breaks something on company grounds is now a domestic terrorist. It's pretty rich coming from the guy who literally just pardoned like thousands of people who broke into the actual Capitol complex. It's insane. It's insane. That's what Teslas look like. That's what some Teslas look like. Additionally, folks, um, I just need you guys to see. I know that that was a big deal. Like he wants to like label protesters domestic terrorists, which is insane. Obviously, like obviously unconstitutional, etc. It's going to be fought in the courts. You know, we are facing so many threats right now, but my brain cannot get off of this particular clip, which is maybe one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and one of the biggest indicators that this man's brain is absolutely and thoroughly cooked.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wow.
I get this other side.
That's beautiful. This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer. That's beautiful. Wow.
Everything's computer. Dog. Where are all of the think pieces about Joe Biden being old? Okay, wait, you remember how like everyone constantly was talking about Joe Biden is so old and so brain broken, etc. And like they were right. But also, where are all of those same people on this guy? He gets such a pass for being like a moron. They're like, "Oh, well, you know, he's always been like that." It's like I don't think he's always been like that, guys. Everything's computer? Dog can barely string words together.
Beautiful. Wow.
I get this other side.
That's beautiful. This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer. That's beautiful.
Everything's computer.
Yeah, it's just a brake and an accelerator.
I don't want to.
You'll give Secret Service a heart attack.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Can you start it?
Should I?
Oh, it's so do you want to actually drive it?
You don't want me to drive it, do you?
I saw Biden do a.
I'll tell you, it could be.
once in the Jeep.
Yeah, but
Very easy to drive.
that's. You're the only one that saw it.
So it's like driving a golf cart, basically.
Very simple.
I don't know how many of you caught
I
that.
actually kinda miss the sleepy old grandpa now. Anyway, was hoping the end of Teehee Nation would be on Tuesday so I could make a Star Trek joke. Oh well. Much love, Jack. Also, Dono Ghost go zoo.
Ooh, thank you for the $5 dono, Lady Ringclad. I very much appreciate it. But guys, in case you didn't catch this, that's Elon Musk explaining what an accelerator and a brake are in a car to the President of the United States. And not only that, he has to do it with a very interesting comparison here.
Saw it.
So it's like driving a golf cart, basically.
Very simple.
It's like driving a golf cart. Like, I'm sorry. This is a level of ineptitude and like baby-brained softness that I have difficulty wrapping my brain around. You know, like maybe it's one thing if like someone lives in like a walkable city and they just never learned how to drive, you know, whatever, like it's fine. But like Trump's been in many cars before. He should understand the basic principles. And like Elon Musk is like, yeah, it's like driving a golf cart. It's the only thing that still like makes sense to his, you know, ancient brain. Golf cart comparisons.
It's very simple. So it's literally like a golf cart that goes really fast.
Pretty bleak in the US at the moment. One piece of positive news: Duterte is going to face the ICC after his arrest.
True, Andrew S. And thank you for the $5 dono. It is nice to see that there is still some justice in the world with Duterte. But I need you all to catch this second part.
It's literally like a golf cart that goes really fast. There's no
It's literally like a golf cart that goes really fast. The only way any sane person would be able to understand how a car works, it's like a golf cart that goes fast. It go vroom vroom. Yeah, we're literally like like a half step away from describing to a 5-year-old how a car works.
gears.
This is really amazing. It's really amazing. Let's take a look at a couple of these. Think Biden could get into that car? I don't think so.
And in case you are all wondering why was he getting into a Tesla, just real quick. We got the do we have the image here? An image of the line of, there we go. This is what I was looking for.
How many golf carts explode every year compared to a Cybertruck?
I don't know. The Cybertruck is 17 times more explosive than the Ford Pinto, so I imagine quite a few more. But look at this, guys. They lined up a bunch of Tesla cars outside of the White House in order for Donald Trump to try and sell Tesla cars to the American public in order to pump the Tesla stock. He's literally a used car salesman. I hope with all of my heart that Donald Trump bought the Cybertruck. I hope that he bought that pristine new Cybertruck hot off the assembly line. God. Just as a fun fact, why would Donald Trump be doing this? Well, because his best friend in the whole world and the true president of the United States, Elon Musk, owns Tesla. And Tesla stock is down 31% this month. Lost a third of its value. Oh god. And yeah, he's trying to escalate like the popularity of Tesla. It's really pathetic. Did I see the image of what Trump was holding? I did. I didn't know if this was real or not. Is this actually real? You know what? At a certain point, I don't care. This is apparently a Getty image. Tesla pricing full self-driving Model X CT, with prices for each of these models. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy. He's literally selling the cars. He's literally selling the cars, and he has to come out and say, we're going to prosecute anyone who doesn't like them as terrorists. I was hesitant to buy a Tesla, but when I heard President Trump say everything is computer, I knew I had to have one. God. It even has financing details, right? So Hunter Biden just using his name to take money, to make money equals bad, but Trump cutting a Tesla commercial, the White House, A-OK, got it. Yep, nailed it. Hey, Mr. Anderson. It mentions 0% financing, right? Remember when conservatives hated electric vehicles? That's the thing. They still hate electric vehicles. They stripped away part of an executive order that was like trying to make half the country's cars electric in like the next 10 years. They literally have been undoing regulations that would benefit electric vehicles. It's crazy. They still hate electric cars so much, they're just making an exception for the grift. I think Trump missed his true calling as a used car salesman, right? Exactly. Exactly, Jenna Sparks. It doesn't land, they hate and cannot afford Teslas, right? I like that's the thing. I'm not too upset about police officers surrounding Tesla dealerships or what have you. Cause you know what? I gotta be honest. Either way, like whether there are police there or not, like the mission is accomplished. Like no one wants to go in and buy a Tesla from a dealership that is surrounded by protesters or just surrounded by police. No one wants to do that. So either way, shut it all down. So does Elon just not care about an all electric future anymore? I think that the more obvious conclusion is that he never cared. It was all a marketing gimmick. I don't think he ever really gave a shit. Yeah, now a lot of you guys are talking about like, oh man, the brand has been forever tainted. You guys don't have no you guys have no idea how right you could be. I stumbled across this earlier today. Tesla bloodbath to continue. Hedge funder says Musk circus could lead to stock dropping 95%. Let's keep it going, folks. A Swedish hedge funder thinks it's a matter of when, not if, Tesla shares go lower in the future. Let's see. Swedish billionaire and hedge fund manager Christer Gardell thinks Tesla stock could decline even further in the coming months. Tesla, especially now with the whole Musk circus going on everywhere, is probably the most expensive stock on the global stock exchanges right now. It could go down 95%, and maybe it should go down 95%. Damn. Tesla is an eternal bubble that could pop. I have commented that it should have burst over the past 5 years, but it still hasn't. The valuation is incomprehensible. The hedge funder said when the crash comes, Tesla stock could fall dramatically and quickly. It's always hard to say when. It could happen in a month, 6 months, a year, 3 years, or 5 years. It's impossible to answer. American stocks have received very large flows recently. If you look at the American stock market, it's very expensive, both from a purely absolute perspective and from a historical perspective. Yeah. So just to point out here that like I really want people to understand that one of the things that Elon Musk has always ridden on is like speculative bubbles. Like part of his entire strategy is to be the ultimate hype man, build up valuation, and like try and make a killing, and then leverage that to make more money to pump up the bubble even more, et cetera, et cetera. And that's kind of like what's happening. And at some point, for people like him, the piper comes calling. Like, you can only expand the bubble so many times, and famously, internally, Elon Musk operates without any kind of like internal safety net or guardrails or anything. When his wealth starts popping, it could take him out like completely in a number of different ways. Like, these guys borrow money from all kinds of people all the time on the basis of their wealth. And if that wealth gets punctured, if that veneer like starts to crumble, they're in really big shit with the people they owe money. If that stock tanks, that the fact that everyone in the GOP hates him too is going to get real knives out. Well, that's the thing. I think that's exactly why Donald Trump held this press conference today in like just a shocking show of debasement for the office of the president of the United States, where he's literally trying to sell the American public cars. And like, I think it's because he's, at least on some level, some primal level, Donald Trump is aware that if Elon Musk's stock tanks, God, I can't. If Elon Musk's stock tanks, his power goes with it, you know? Yeah, Starlink is in a bad spot from rockets exploding. Um, SpaceX is in a bad spot, again, from rockets exploding. And on top of that, like, these companies only survive off of government contracts. If the government shuts down, guys, that starts depriving Elon Musk of a lot of revenue that his companies rely on to be profitable. If the government shuts down, it helps to puncture Elon Musk's net worth. And if we continue to see it puncture in Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink, that is going to put him in a really, really, really bad spot. And I do really want to emphasize here that, like, if those things pop, that's going to have a ripple effect through our economy. But also, that's going to be a big wake up call. And effectively, it's going to signal the end of Elon Musk being able to leverage massive amounts of wealth to a degree no one else is capable of amassing it, you know? Um, right now, Elon Musk is going all in trying to purchase political favors and purchase every single Republican politician he can. Um, if his wealth goes, he's not going to be able to do that. So, I don't know. To me, the government shutdown is even more necessary if we want to get rid of Elon Musk.